Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the presentation today. I'm pretty sure I meet John's criteria of having low market cap, lots of cash, and a low enterprise value. So I'll take you through our presentation. So Platina is a 14 million market cap company. We're a gold exploration company focused on Western Australia, and we're going to create shareholder value through discovery success. We're going to do that by targeting what we believe is the right place, which is Western Australia, where you've got potential for tier 1 gold discoveries. We're going to do it with people that have a lot of experience exploring in Western Australia in these types of rocks. We're going to pick the key projects where we believe that we have the right suite of rocks conducive to hosting gold deposits and the right structures. And we're going to do it by using our strong pipeline of cash that we've got coming. We've actually got $8.3 million cash in the bank, and we sold an asset last year, and we've got about nearly $11 million worth of milestone payments that potentially relate to that sale coming in the future. So I'll just take you through each of these points. So we're focusing on WA, primarily on the Yilgarn Craton and the Ashburton Basin. We believe these are areas where we have the potential to make world-class discoveries, tier 1 discovery opportunities. And the other huge advantage you have in WA is you've got excellent exploration and drilling capabilities, and you've got world-class infrastructure for both exploration and development of your projects. And not noted on here, but there's also immense corporate appeal in having identifying and building up a resource in Western Australia. There's a lot of hungry mills looking for feed in WA, and you probably noticed that we don't have a very big mid-cap tier gold sector in Western Australia, because normally they sort of get gobbled up by the majors. So I just want to talk a little bit about the team. I'm the managing director. I go out and find all the money and give it to Rowan, who spends it in the ground. But essentially, Rowan joined Platina about 2 years ago. He came across from De Grey. He's got nearly 15 years experience, all on West Australian geology. And probably most importantly, he was part of the discovery team at De Grey on the Hemi deposit that has gone on to become an 11 million ounce deposit. So he worked with some really good people there and part of a big team, did a huge amount of drilling, and he brings that experience and capability to Platina. Myself, I've been in the industry for 30 years, the last 20 of it, essentially involved in finding mineral projects, putting them into listed companies and funding them and taking them through exploration and discovery. And before I joined Platina, I was intimately involved with Sayona Mining. I set Sayona up in Canada and did all the early exploration work there. And Sayona went on to become a $2.5 billion company at the peak of the lithium boom. So we've got 3 priority projects we're focusing on this year. We've got our Beatty project in Norseman. It's actually got gold, nickel, and potentially lithium potential as well. We've got Xanadu, where we've recently done some drilling, and we've got further drilling programs planned. And our Brimstone project just near Kalgoorlie, it's a gold target as well. We did some drilling late last year, had some quite good success, and we're just in a process of assessing how we can best unlock the value of that project and move it forward. So I'll take you through each of these projects. So the Beatty project is located in the Norseman Gold Belt. So just to the north of us is a 5 million ounce endowment. About 10 kilometres north of our Beatty project tenement is the Scotia Mining Centre. That's 1 million ounces at over 2 grams, so it's a very attractive ore body. More recently, Aruma to the south of us, they've been drilling some structures down there, getting quite narrow width intersections, but very attractive grades of gold. And so all we're looking to do is hopefully join the dots between the north and the south, and hoping that those structures come through our tenement. It's an area that hasn't historically been explored because there's sort of some transported sand cover over the tenement, so there's not a lot of outcrop to work with. So we've effectively relied on geochemistry and geophysics to do our targeting. And what we're going to do, probably starting in about 2 or 3 weeks, is a very large air core program. We're going to drill holes the whole way down the strike length of the tenement, over 20 kilometres. And there's essentially 2 structures coming up through the east and the west of this tenement. And we'll be looking to drill down to bedrock and look for anomalies that we can come back and drill with RC or diamond drilling later. And we're also planning, after that air core program, there's a number of structures in the south. There's an old gold mine, Beatty gold mine in the south. We're planning on doing some RC drilling around that. So it'll be an active time for us on this project over the next 6 months. So the Xanadu project is a project that we acquired about 2 years ago. It's located in the Ashburton Basin. A key feature of the Ashburton Basin is it has a fault line that runs through it. It's over 470 kilometres long. And in the north of that fault line, you've got the Black Cat Syndicate's Paulson project, which was a very high-grade ore body, over 7 grams. They're actually looking at trying to get that back into production again. In the south, you've got Capricorn's Karlawinda project, 2 million ounce endowment, recently gone into production. And then just in close proximity to our tenement package, you've got Kalamazoo's Ashburton project, 1.4 million ounces at about 2 grams. So, you know, it produces 1 million ounce plus ore bodies, this fault zone. We've got a 550 square kilometre package of tenements that we've been working through. Also just worth noting that De Grey's recently entered into an option agreement with Kalamazoo to buy that project for $30 million. So that may give us options in the future in terms of how we monetize any resources that we can find here. So the project has been historically quite well explored in the northwestern section. In fact, there was a small heap leach operation here. So most of the historical exploration was focused on the shallow resources. There hasn't been a lot of deep drilling done here. And we found another target called Hermes. We did some drilling there last year. We didn't quite get the grades that we were looking for. We got some good widths in our drilling there, and we're planning on doing a little bit more exploration there. But following a lot of the shallower drilling that we've done through here has produced some really encouraging widths and grades of mineralisation. And we're currently sort of working on piecing those oxide resources together, getting a better understanding of how all that comes together. But one of the things that's always perplexed us is that this is a really large system. It's over 10 kilometres long. You can see that there's a lot of gold mineralisation through this system, some of it low grade, but going very deep. And we've always wondered, well, where is the source of this mineralisation coming from? So we've done a lot of geophysics work and using both magnetics and IP, and we've identified 3 deeper targets that we hope are the source of the mineralisation in this system. So in the 3rd quarter, we'll be looking to do 3 diamond holes here and testing the deeper potential of this system. So our Brimstone project, 30 minutes drive from Kalgoorlie, just to the east of Kalgoorlie, located in a really attractive location. The Penny's Find mine, which is owned by Horizon Minerals, is nestled between our northern and southern tenement packages here. We've only ever done any exploration on the northern tenements. We did some drilling there late last year. But the attraction of this area is the high-grade nature of the deposits and their close proximity to Kalgoorlie. So the Penny's Find had previously produced about 18,000 ounces at nearly 5 grams, and Horizon are looking at putting Penny's back into production and extracting 63,000 ounces at 4.5 grams again. So that's the style of deposit that you get in this region. And when we did our drilling last year, we got similar intersections that you see in the Penny Finds deposit. 36 metres at nearly 2. There's a nice intersection of 55 metres at 2 grams in here. So this system needs a lot more drilling, and that could be part of the strategy on the project going forward. So just going back to John and what he was looking for in the companies to present today. So we've got nearly 14 million market cap, $8.3 million in the bank, giving us a $5 million enterprise value for all our properties that we're targeting. As part of the sale of our Scandium project last year, we had a series of milestones that can deliver us up to potentially another $9 million in payments in the near term. And we also have a $1.5 million warranty payment that we would expect to get back as well. So if you were to account for some of that income in that equation, then we do have a negative enterprise value. Quick corporate snapshot, 13.7 million market capitalisation, fairly tight capital structure, 623 million shares, predominantly held by retail. Our biggest shareholder owns about 16% of the company, has never sold a share since the company floated in 2006. So very supportive top 20 shareholders. It's an exciting time to be out doing gold drilling. As I said, we've got 3 programs coming up, and we've got a lot of momentum behind us with the gold price running, and a whole series of news flow items coming in terms of the maiden drill program. We've got a Beatty, we've got the Xanadu Deeps drilling coming, the milestone payments from the sale of our project last year, options around unlocking the value of our Brimstone project. And we also have another project that's in a joint venture with Chalice Mining. They've been doing some exploration work, and we'll be expecting some news flow coming from that in the near term as well. So thank you very much. Happy to take questions.
Corey, thank you very much for taking us through Platina Resources today. And if you've got any questions, pop your hand up and I'll duck over with the microphone. So the first thing investors like to know about, having lots of cash is getting more cash. What is the potential timeline to that final milestone payment?
Yeah, look, there's actually a series of milestone payments, and they essentially relate to permitting activities with the project. Rio Tinto is our counterparty. They bought the project from us, and they're looking to aggressively develop the project. So, we're pretty hopeful that some of those milestones will come in the near term.
Had a couple of questions come in overnight as well. So it is a bit of a change in strategy moving on to gold. So the question was, will you look to actually use partners to actually advance some of these assets sort of quicker while the gold price is at all-time highs?
Yeah, so as I just said, and I didn't talk about it in the presentation, but we picked up a large tenement package in the Western Yilgarn, right on the Darling Fault Zone. We decided to joint venture that out to Chalice Mining. It's in the same sort of district with a very similar geology to Chalice's Gernonville project, and we felt that they would be a much better partner to explore that project and use their technical capability and financial resources to monetize it. So we've done that already.
There was also a question touching on monetising. There is some high-grade gold there at Brimstone. Is there any sort of mill or potential ore options for you to monetise?
Yeah, so we'll have a look at that. We haven't defined a resource there. It's something that we'll have a look at, but we're only a short drive from Kalgoorlie. There's a number of mills around there that happily toll ore, so that could be an option in terms of monetising that project.
All right, Corey, we've been through the financials. Thank you for taking us through today. The final one, what's the news flow coming next 3 months? What are investors looking out for? We'll keep an eye on Platina. Come and meet Corey at the lunch break, and thank you very much for taking us through your presentation today. So a round of applause. Thank you very much.